So I'm going to share how I developed a Google site. I found that this was really important for me as I head back to school. I didn't do one when I first started online learning last year, but the feedback from students is that it is very overwhelming and confusing, not only to get constant notifications from different teachers from their classes, but also to access the work and to figure out what is due and when, and also to access just source materials. So my co-teacher and I developed one. The first step that we did is we click new in our Google Drive as if we were going to create a new Google Doc or new Google slide, but instead we want to go down a little bit further, and there we go to Google Sites. And so now we're ready to begin creating the new Google site. And what I'm going to do is show you sort of where we are in the process of finishing our new Google site. It does take a while to load. So you basically have a clean slate. If you think of it like working within a Google Doc, for me, that made more sense. And you'll notice that you can insert text boxes, images, you can grab documents from your Google Drive. So it's just like here as if you were inserting a picture. Instead, you're looking at a document in your Google Drive to insert. You can also directly insert down here, which I found helpful. You could insert Google Slides or Google Sheets. I really like inserting a Google form because what that does is it allows students to access a Google form directly from your site. And I think that's a really efficient way and clean way for students to turn in work rather than accessing a Google form from Google Classroom. If you drive your students to your Google site as the home base, then they understand that this is where things like do nows or exit tickets or quick assignments, you can find them in this site. So the first thing that we did is we obviously found a picture that we liked, and then we thought through our navigation bar and what our home page should have as that main landing page. And we're still building it out, but we wanted to make sure that students were aware of our Google Classroom, links for our do nows. And if we click on this, we're actually going to get into what I was talking about with embedding or inserting a Google form directly to your site. This is our Do Now landing page, and we're still building it out. But if you click on this particular class, for our co-talk class, we talk about what's up with do nows, but take a look here. Here is our do now, and students can complete this and submit it right on the site. So that is a huge win for students and for us because students find it clearer to work from, and we get the data right away in a Google Sheet. So we have all of our important stuff here. You just have to decide when you're building the site, what do you want as your navigation at the top? And then how do you want to organize? It's really organizing your classroom, right? That your in-person classroom is now your Google site. So it's deciding, instead of the bins around the room for different papers or even the posters up, the anchor charts on your wall, where can you put them in your site? So, we really work a lot with Google Slides. So we're going to go to where we're going to put, we haven't built this out yet, but where we're going to link our Google Slides. We thought this is how they're going to get their assignments. We have video lessons, we always have a contact us landing page. We also wanted a space for student shout out so that we can say things to students publicly and share successes. Students can also provide a shout out for another student and nominate that person. And we found it a great way to build community, just as you would in a classroom. You can publicly call out or shout out a student here on your website. We're going to have some class challenges. We have a space for circles so that students can go and take a look at some online resources for circles. And then we are ELA, and we really want to spend this year thinking about how we can utilize online learning, that space, to publish student writing as much as we can and making student writing authentic. So we are going to hear, again, we'll make a space for nominating students for student writing. So we know basically how we're going to work with the material that we have from our classroom. We can upload it, we can embed it, we think about where we're going to put it on our navigation, and then we can think about layouts that we have. I like this because it is part of your Google Drive and everything is connected. You can publish your site and then keep going back to it to work on it. You can preview your site clicking on this little screen button, and then this looks how it will look for our students. And then to get out of that, you would just click that you're done right here. And if you notice here, we name our class right here, but at the top we have this running bar, and you can decide to have it or not, but you can go in and change it every month, every day. You can have an inspirational quote at the top to really make it your own. Same thing for the bottom bar. We really like this saying, and you can change it, you can keep it. You can also include previous assignments and records of what you've done. I also think this is a great opportunity to keep material for students who are absent or who have inconsistent attendance, because you can drive students to this site and really have some videos. The mini lessons will all be here so that you can say, hey, watch mini lessons 1 through 5 for the week that you missed, and then contact me or Google chat me, and we can have a meeting. So this is our site. It is a work in progress, and I think it is a huge difference this year for us. Thank you.